There we go. Yeah, I feel like the behavior changed in the latest update of OBS. So the mic's muted in one scene, and then it's muted in the other scene, and I just want it muted in the scene that I muted it in. But either.
So, let's try that again. Good morning. Yay! Yeah, now we have things and stuff. And, as I was saying earlier, that is super awkward. So you should move it because, no, it's not.
Yeah, the framing is a bit of a challenge there. I like the boot rack thing I posted on Twitter. It's helpful. It's a helpful thing, but yeah, it's just Mo. It's just Mo's just right there. I could just put a graphic there, like nothing to see here. So let's see. How could we make this less awkward? Zooming. I wish this camera had zoom in. We'll work on that later. Let's see. Maybe if we just tilt this up a little bit for now.
Well, it's slightly less awkward. Slightly less awkward. I think we're just going to have to get... What? Oh, Theater Nerd's saying something to me. Theater Nerd says, "Hey, Sprinkles, do you see the pikas on Cheryl's scarf?" Why? Why would you do that to me?
Well, I wanted to. It's a scarf. I wanted to wear it. It's not an attack. It's just what is.
Oh, now I have to look at them all day. Oh, this is the worst. Oh. Hi, everybody. I'm going to distract myself with greetings. Hi, Turtleneck. Hi, KB Tibbs. Hi, Ice Bunny. Hi, Darkman. Hi, Sophitia. Hi, Krellin. Hi, BP Phantom. Hi, Lady Red. Hi, Theater Nerd. Yeah, poor Sprinkles. That's right. Poor effing Sprinkles. Hi, William. Hi. Oh, God. It's going to be a long day. Every time I look back here, I'm like, I want to vomit a little in my mouth, but I'm a puppet, so I can't.
I would have thought by now you would have chilled out about the Pikachus. The Pikachus do not have a platform on Twitch. They do not have emoji. Well, they do. I guess that's beside the point.
Oh no, Turtleneck, you can't watch because of Wi-Fi at your grandparents' place. Wow. I hear from a lot of people the Wi-Fi at grandparents' houses is just like terrible. Is that some kind of universal truth? The Wi-Fi at grandparents' houses is always terrible? Possibly supported by a corollary that Wi-Fi at parents' houses is usually terrible? I don't know. I think that's possible. Yeah. Oh, you might like tormenting me. Oh, Theater Nerd, is that how it's going to go? You and Demolition can form a club. Yeah. Ugh.
That sweet 56K dial-up modem Wi-Fi, yeah. So if you're just joining us, hi. Good morning. I'm Cheryl, aka Muppet Aphrodite.
And I'm Sprinkles. I'm the best. Yeah. And I am an actress. And I am the queen of the hallway. That's my I need a better greeting. I am Sprinkles, first of her name, queen of the hallway, emoter of the drama, and fluffiness, her royal floofiness. Yes.
Oh, well, that Nightbot messages timer's on, but you can ignore it because my 10K was yesterday.
Yeah, you should fix things.
Yeah. I'm pleased with the boot rack thing, storage for the puppets, because now they can sit up vertically instead of like lying on stuff all the time. But it is a little awkward to have Mo just staring at us from off screen ever so patiently. What is going on in here? Oh, that's the top of his head. Oh, God. My wireless headphones are coming like tomorrow, which is not good enough for today.
Ha ha. I get the right hand this time, so I'm gonna be like looking like a real puppet, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna be like, not.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Mo. You might have met me earlier. I was sitting quietly staring at you from off screen.
Yeah, and it's weird. You should stop it.
And it's just so good to see all of you. I had such fun in our Discord channel this week with our ice cream party.
You had an ice cream party in your Discord channel? What the what? Why didn't any of you invite me? Oh, I like ice cream. Did all of you forget to remember me? Oh, I'm hurt, Mo.
Well, I was under the impression that you did not ever want to set foot in my tavern on the Discord. So I didn't want to insult you by asking you to denigrate yourself by making an appearance. That's all. Good morning, Lady Red. Good morning, Turtleneck. I'm sorry to hear about that Wi-Fi problem.
Oh, KB says that we thought that the channels were strictly segregated. Well, I mean, yeah, Mo's not allowed in my channel, but he never said that I wasn't allowed in his channel.
Well, I mean, that's because I'm not like that, Sprinkles. I don't need to respond in kind. What is it called? A symmetrical response? I'm not a fan of symmetrical response. So, yes, you are allowed in my channel, although I do reserve the right to ask you to leave if you run around saying how much you hate me, because it just hurts my feelings, just like not getting invited to an ice cream party.
God, I feel like I'm running an episode of Sesame Street here. Share and be nice, everyone.
Oh no, Darkman, you didn't know either? Well, we can have our own party. What kind of party do you want to have, Darkman? Because we can have our own party.
Hi, Tuhuds. Hello. You're knee-deep in grading. Please avoid paper cuts. Knee-deep in grading sounds very dangerous. So, I'm a little bit concerned for you. Just take care, Tuhuds. Take care. Theater Nerd started my fan club. It has one member. Oh, I don't know what to say. I'd blush, except I'm physically incapable of it.
Oh, good, Turtleneck. We can have a pizza party. This better than an ice cream party. It's like a more complete meal. Yeah, and you just have all the kinds of pizza.
Puppets do exist to teach sharing. That's why they started, I'm sure, and to mock royals back in the day.
Why would you want to mock a royal?
Because they often tend to be a little, lateral and have trouble laughing at themselves.
Well, that's not me, obviously. I can laugh at myself.
Oh, chocolate cake party. You could do a chocolate cake party.
Don't tell me what to do. I do what I want. I want a pizza party.
Oh, Turtleneck, I won't mention who started the ice cream party. Huh.
Oh, Lady Red, are you in Italy already? Oh, that's so cool. Yes, well, have a great time. Have a great time.
Well, I think that's something we could definitely agree on. We hope you have a lovely vacation in Italy, Lady Red. Yeah.
Krellin wants you to tell me that I shouldn't run marathons.
Well, she did. She didn't run a marathon. She ran a 10K. Like, a marathon is a lot less than, or a lot more than a 10K. It's like, what is it? It's like 4 times a 10K?
More than that. Marathon's like, what? It's more than 4 times.
So, yeah, she didn't run a marathon.
Yeah, so, yeah, yesterday I ran a 10K. And here's the thing. A, my doctor said I could do whatever I could tolerate. Fact. I asked several times. B, I've had some setbacks in my recovery, so I'm in pain a lot, actually, still. Different kinds of pain than before the surgery.
Yeah, yesterday was pretty shit afterwards, but not because of, like, foot injuries and stuff. It's because you have a monster uterus now.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody needs to know about that, but yes, we're having some problems, and it's enlarged, and it's causing other problems. So, if you're going to be in pain anyway, why not be awesome? And, you know, that's the main thing that people don't like about running is like the discomfort. So if you're in discomfort anyway, why not? And the other thing is that I know for a fact that the adrenaline from running calms the rest of my pain for a while. So that's how we ended up running a 10K yesterday. And it was not the world's fastest time by any means, but I had a little bit of a worry moment because I had told everyone, oh,
Yeah, she's like, I can, if I don't feel good, I can run like 12 minutes a mile. I could go slow.
and then we got there and they were like, the 10K is a race only, and we want everybody to try to hit at least an 11-minute mile. I'm like, oh, God, that might be a problem.
Yeah, that's awkward.
But I ended up doing that. I ended up 10:55 per mile split, or average split time. So that was pretty good. That for somebody just off surgery, I was pretty happy with that. And it didn't hurt. What hurt was afterwards the continued pain from my uterus. So, you know, the 10K is just like, yeah. And it was for a really good cause. And they had a really cool speaker who's been triumphing over brain cancer.
Yeah, he was pretty funny. He told all these jokes. Can I tell the joke he told?
Well, it's not a joke, it's a story, but you can kind of, you can try if you want.
Okay. So every time I wake up, every time I go in for surgery, and I've had a lot of them, I go in, when the first thing I say when I wake up, I check, and, there's no underwear, and I say, where is my underwear? Because every time I do go in, I have it, and every time I come out, I don't.
And this is like a 10-year-old boy telling this story. It's very cute. It was very cute. KB tips. It is an odd thing to spring on runners at the race. It didn't say it anywhere on the website.
Oh, HB says 11-minute miles are the worst.
Yeah, well, it was the worst they were willing to accept. They didn't do a sweep or anything like that. I think it was mostly because they had arranged everything. And I can't gesture. I have two puppets on my hands, but it was very intricate, right? Like the 10K started, then they started the 5K, then they ended the 5K, then the 10K finished, and then there was the kids races. And so like if you ran late, you might run up and there would be kids in front of the finish line and you couldn't get there. So that was, I think, part of it. So yeah, that was
Monster Uterus wasn't a very good Godzilla monster, to be honest. I agree with you, Kate Vasco to Gamer. Monster Uterus could use some work as a monster concept in general.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, the theater, she's just very stubborn. She didn't want to feel like the surgery took something away from her. So, yeah. Yes, turtleneck. If it is, turtleneck says, well, if it's anything like Bloomsday or a half marathon, it sucks, but it's worth it. Yeah, I mean, it's a mental game. I count a lot.
Oh, so you do things you learned on Sesame Street when you run.
Yeah, if I count out, because anybody can run for like 2 minutes. So that's usually my goal, is run for 2 minutes and then walk for 60 seconds and then run for 2 minutes and walk for 60 seconds. If you do that long enough, you just finished a marathon. And that is exactly how I finished that.
Yeah, it sounds more mind-numbing than it is. And part of the attraction, I think, is that it is, in fact, mind-numbing.
Yeah, if I'm physically exerting myself and counting the seconds to which I can stop physically exerting myself, I'm not thinking about all the things that have gone horribly, horribly wrong in the last year. So that's good. So hi everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
See, see, I'm being civil. See how I'm being civil and I'm not attacking you? It's been a rough week in America, and I just feel like we can deal with each other nicely.
Well, I really appreciate that, Sprinkles.
Don't get used to it. I mean, I don't think I'm capable of it for more than like 2 minutes at a time. Back to your previous point. Yeah.
Headbanging rock music. Yeah, I alternate between an Ace Base station and a Linkin Park station because they have the right BPMs for the things I'm trying to accomplish. Or, in the case of something, they achieve the two emotions I kind of need. Anyway, Esther, you've not seen, I didn't say everyone can run fast for 2 minutes. I think, if you use the example that HUD's mentioned of the bear.
Yeah, I mean, anybody, trust us, anybody can run for 2 minutes when chased by a bear.
Yeah, but at the same time, the only reason I was able to pick this race up after so little exertion for 37 days was that I think I built a good base for it, my running. Oh, thank you for the host, Pete. Welcome back.
So, oh, hi, Pete. Hi. Did you get to meet both of us this week, Pete? I'm Sprinkles.
And I'm Mo. Yeah, it's good to see you. Wonderful to have you back.
Why are we getting chased by bears? Leave the bears alone. I was confused because there were signs on the trail that had bears and rams, and I was like, are they warning us about bears? But it was actually some kind of metaphor for bikers and runners and how you should let people know if you're passing them on the trail.
Ha! Lost Obama would like us to know that he's voted for mainframe for president.
Well, great. That's, normally I'd say something about not being qualified, but you know what? Anybody can do it. If that's anything this year has taught us. So, yay! I wish I could do multiple yays at once. Yay! Yeah. It just ends up looking like a crazy woman playing with her puppets.
All the way from England, Paracord Pete. Oh my goodness. Well, hello.
My brain literally, like, God, I'm still not firing on all cylinders. My brain was like, I speak English. I say hello in English. Like, that's what we do all the time.
Are you okay?
No, I'm really not. I am not. But I like having people from other countries in chat, so it's great. You're not supposed to run from bears. You're supposed to hit them with bear spray if things get too close. Yeah, and I've heard you're supposed to like take up space and roar at them. And you're not supposed to run from, well, I guess you are supposed to run from elephants. You start to split hairs a little bit when it comes to the wilderness things. You're not supposed to get near the dangerous wildlife, and once you have, everything else is just really a drop in the bucket. But yeah, I think bear mace is good if you have it.
So, yeah.
Just tell them they're a possum. Hey you. Hey bear. I just want you to know you're a possum.
Maybe that's all he needed. Maybe he was just looking for affirmation and he was just trying to make a new friend.
How did we get on the subject of bears? Like, I didn't run into a bear on the trail.
I don't know. You're running this show, not me. I mean, except that I'm queen, so I guess I technically am running this show. But I delegated it to a minion, which is you. See, I can laugh at myself.
Oh, theater nerd, you're starting a fursuit later today? Don't be nervous. It's a lot more forgiving than you think. But good luck.
I mean, yeah, I don't actually know what kind of material you have, so I should probably not be saying stuff about forgiving, but forgiving.
That's kind of funny.
Sophia also counsels us to hike in groups of 3 or more people if possible. Well, I got a hiking group right here.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I would agree with Sprinkles on that one.
I don't know. I think you two would scare a couple of bears off. I think Sprinkles definitely could scare a lot of bears off.
Well, is that supposed to be a compliment or are you insulting me?
I think both. I think it's both. See, I didn't make myself a Undertaker Krellin. It's just the way I am. Most improvisers do that after a while. Like, once you get your brain looking for connections and you train that, it just sort of starts happening. We just always look for validation when we do it because we're improvisers. It does feel weird not having done improv in, I guess, a month and change. I mean,
is this not improv?
No, it's definitely improv, but it's not the kind I'm thinking of. Yeah. So, yeah, we had a great bonus stream this week. Like, so many new followers, which is crazy. We're actually close. I mean, close in a manner of speaking, but to the 1,000 follower goal.
And, I believe you've said that if you get 1,000 followers, you'll do a 10-hour stream.
At a point which works, yes. It might not be right away, but that is the goal.
So tell people about stuff.
Oh, you're never done improv, Pete. If you want to ask questions about it, please do feel free. I'm a professional improviser when I'm not recovering from surgery or being fired from Microsoft and getting a raise in the same week because HR made a mistake. Yeah, it's good. They still assure me I'm not fired, but I got, in the mail yesterday, I got one of those Cobra letters that U.S. people are probably familiar with. So I had a lot of angry emails yesterday. I'm like, It's not.
Yeah, she's...
And they cut down a dead tree near us on a Saturday at like 3 p.m. Like the one time I actually tried to take a nap. And then there's chainsaws. Yesterday was terrible.
Yeah, stuff was terrible.
Oh, don't be sad, theater nerd. It is like riding a bike. It comes back.
I'm not sure you guys know this, but she quit improv. Well, she quit acting a couple of times, and she really kind of sucked at quitting, so she stopped quitting.
That's true. That's true fact. I did improv in college, and then I had to give it up for a couple years because I made video games.
And people who make video games don't have time for stuff, usually. That's a fact.
Hi, Ms. Sue. Hello. We're going to get to Shadowrun in just a little bit. We're doing our morning talk show warm-up with...
I'm Sprinkles!
And I'm Mo. Very nice to meet you.
But I think my point there is I stopped doing improv for a while, and then I came to Seattle and I started it again. And that's how I met most of you guys, is that not the end, but, stopping that journey. That improv led to corporate sins on Hyper RPG that led to this. So it's normal to be sad, but there's also going to be opportunities in the future. And did you say you were moving to Austin or thereabouts? Because there's a really good improv scene out there. Theater nerd. Really good.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Sue. She says cool puppets, but I think the plural, that was accidental. I'm pretty sure she just meant me. Yeah, just me.
Oh, Turtleneck, you finally finished your coffee. Well, we're glad you managed to stay with us despite that terrible grandparent Wi-Fi.
San Antonio. Okay, not the same thing, but I'm hopeful that the Austin scene has like bled into other areas.
Hello, 4 a.m. critter.
you need. Oh, Tahuds wants to talk a little bit before we get started about the death of expensive theater and the rise of niche theater and streaming. So the first thing is, I don't think expensive theater is dead. I do think that it's stratified. I think that people in a certain income bracket do it, and like it's not as accessible to people in middle and lower income brackets. But the rash of sellouts on Broadway and the popularity of Hamilton and things like that, I don't think expensive theater is dying. I think mid-tier theater is dying, and that's where we're having problems, because it means...
Yeah, well, it means that theaters is only accessible in certain areas a lot of the time, like big shows in New York and big cities. But the regional theaters that pay a living wage are all going out of existence. And it's all kind of centralized because people just kind of hear about the big thing in New York and they just go because it's easier to go.
So, and I see that my husband is a professional actor. And, well, I mean, we're both professional, but that's his, like, primary vocation. And it's just, there just aren't a lot of union jobs. There aren't a lot of living wage jobs. And I think, well, I'll chime in here as well. It's interesting that something like Twitch is real time and responsive and provides a community, and I think that's a little bit of what people might have gotten from community theaters back in the day, was the sense of community, subscribers, and things like that. But the definition of community for millennials has changed a bit, and I'm not sure that theaters have adapted. Yeah, offering tickets at varying price points, or offering... I see a lot of theaters doing things like talkbacks and interactive events to try to adapt to what people are looking for with their connections.
Oh, Darkman says I'm the prettiest puppet. Thank you, Darkman. Thank you.
Oh, you finished making your coffee, Turtleneck. That's different. So I think my other problem with the sort of expensive theater, regional theater thing is the seasons don't tend to be very responsive. And you can only, I mean, you need a certain amount of lead time to put a show on, but I still don't fully understand announcing a season a year out when you don't know whether or not the shows you've chosen will still be relevant a year out. And it's not because they're like casting the actors that early in advance. They're always casting at the last minute. Dave.
Oh, I can give this one. Dave, his main thing, acting-wise, is actually a web series he's working on, which is called Chaldea, and it's created by Peter Atkinson, who owns Gen Con, so they're doing a bunch of promo for it this week. And yeah, that's pretty cool.
But other than that, other than the Chaldea thing, not terribly much.
Oh, thank you for everybody's being so polite and complimentary today. Ha! It's almost making me forget that horrible Pikachu scarf that offends me deeply.
Almost, but not quite, huh? So, we can talk about the theater thing more once we're playing. But yeah, that's my top level thing. But we should continue to discuss, because this isn't necessarily about me lecturing people. It's about us having a conversation. So, are you going to do that Shadowrun thing, since it's Shadowrun Sunday, and otherwise you have a branding problem, and we should probably work on that. Yes, we're going to.
But, like, you're showing a lot of fur there. Like, a lot. And, like, your saucy shoulder. I mean, are you posing for something? Like the cover of GQ? What are you doing? It's just, I don't know if this violates Twitch terms of service or what.
All right. Well, it's clear. When I'm doing two puppets, Mo's clothes slowly fall off his body. Probably need to get some pins up in there. Krellin, good job finding the link. If you try to follow that link, don't panic. It's going to warn you that it's an adult site. There's no naked people on it as far as I know. But just, you know, that link you might not want to open it like at work. Not that anybody's watching us at work on a Sunday morning. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Okay. My arms are getting tired, so it's time for you guys to say goodbye.
You should go first.
Well, it's just so good to see you guys, but you know, I'll be quietly staring at you from over there. So just try not to be too alarmed. Feel free to join me in my channel in the Discord if you like. If it sounds like ice cream parties and good companionship are a fun time for you.
And if you like things that are awesome and pretty, then you could go to my channel on the Discord.
So we're gonna get to the Shadowrun, but goodbye for now. And if we get any subs, I'll be back.
Yeah, and goodbye. And see. Remember me!
Okay, this is always challenging. And there's no illusion, there's no fourth wall here. Okie dokie. So there we go. Now you can see Sprinkles kind of staring at you there in the corner. It will be less prevalent once we switch. Now, Mo does not want to get on his holder. We're just going to leave him there like that. Okay. That's hard. Two puppets is hard. Because you're holding it up like this the whole time, and there's nothing to rest on. And it is good for, at least I'll get evenly built muscles if we do that. So I need you guys, so I'm going to open Shadowrun first. And I'm just, full disclosure, it seems the buggiest part of the new OBS is the transition between scenes. So there's a non-zero chance that the stream's going to crash when I switch over to the Shadowrun cam. If it does, just hang out and I'll let you know when to refresh. Tods, if you think it's disturbing to see two puppets like that, never take a tour of the Muppet Hut at Sesame Place. Just like heads and bodies lying all over the place, yeah. Turtleneck, yeah, wait, is the solar eclipse where you are? I'm getting a little confused. Is there a solar eclipse today? Mo is auditioning for Magic Mike XSL 3 or XXS 3 because he's puppet. He's way smaller than the rest of the characters in Magic Mike. Gaping mouths. It's fine. They're not dead. It's fine. Puppets are never dead. So we're gonna switch over to Shadowrun and hope it doesn't